Hari Om. Welcome to Marco Yoga, and this is my offering. Thank you for maintaining the practice of yoga and for supporting us, all of us. We all depend on each of one of you. So I'm going to continue maintaining the practice Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. This practice is for you, for your friends, for your loved ones, and it's going to be on for 24 hours. So we have an opportunity to practice it at any time. So welcome, and let's begin with the practice. We have only 1 hour. We have no time to waste. So let's come to child's pose. We have Cesar today helping us. So she's going to come in the middle of the mat with her toes together, heels apart, and then she's going to bow, abdomen onto the thighs, resting the forehead in the ground, and resting the forearms alongside the body. So we're coming to child's pose. We want to start to begin the practice by sensing the stillness and the strength from within us. We're going to begin to start to establish the understanding of the essence of stability and foundation. So child's pose gives us that, gives us stability. The ground is supporting you, and then it gives us also foundation. We feel all the bones relaxing, they are all resting. I've been able to take naps that way. So feel the child's pose and start now to identify, start to align, better than that, start to align the personal self with the infinite. So you start to sense the inside, you start to feel the right flow of energy on the inside. Energy, that's what we're looking for, since energy is what we need to, is what is the essence of life, energy. As soon as we start to feel that energy inside of us, we are going to capture and send that energy through the nadis, those little rivers inside of us, that those channels, those streams, that they flow the information from every part of your body. Is a holistic system. So we're going to start to work with the energy. We're going to start to work with the nadis. When we practice with the nadis, there are two main nadis that are called the Ida and the Pingala, the Ta and the Ha, the abstract and the practical, the male and the female. They go through the right nostril and to the left nostril. So start to feel that energy and pay attention to the inflow and the outflow of that energy, because that's the irrigation system. So once we feel the breathing, we're going to start to irrigate the system. So pay attention to the breath, and by narrowing the back of the throat, we can start to calibrate the inflow and the outflow of that energy, of that prana, that vitality. We're going to need it. There are going to be parts of the body where we're going to do an exchange of the new with the old. We are going to start to bring the new from within you, from the center. So pay attention to the breath. Inhales and exhales steady, smooth and gentle. And now slowly, keep your elbows, bring your arms forward. Bring your elbows to touch the ground, and bring your palms together over your head as if you are a praying child. And in that moment, in praying child, can you create an intention? What would you like to achieve with the practice today? What would you like, if you're going to work with that irrigation system, what would you like to bring in and release? So make sure that you're doing right now your intention in that pose of that praying child. And whenever you're ready, release your hands forward. Separate your hands shoulder distance apart, and you're going to start to press your hands downward to lift up the forearms upward. So there are two actions. It's a dual action. You press with your hands down, your forearms are going to lift up, and now I want you to separate the shoulder blades. So start to move the right shoulder blade towards the right side and move the left shoulder blade towards the left side. Keeping your forearms moving towards each other, you're separating the shoulder blades. Stay alert. Crawl with your hands forward a little bit more, so you're going to start to open up the armpit. Now press the ground, lift up the forearms, separate the shoulder blades, and now gently, following energy with an inhale, come out to your hands and knees. Roll your toes under, and with an exhale, lift up to downward dog. And then you start to feel then in downward dog that stability, the essence of stability and foundation. So you're using the right hand, you're using your left hand, you're using the right foot and the left foot to make you understand stability and foundation. What is stability and foundation to you right now? Right hand, right foot, left foot, giving you that information. Come to plank. And as you come to plank, which is enough of a push-up, then you want to identify that verticality in your arms, so that the shoulder is on top of the elbow, is on top of the wrist, and that the right foot is aligning with the right hand and the left foot aligning with the left foot. Once you feel that that is clear, then go back to downward dog. So we're going to try to create movements, fluidity. Remember, we're working with that irrigation system. We're trying to understand the flow, the motion, the vibrations, those little rivers, those channels, those streams, the flow that's inside of you. Come to plank again. Good. And now as you come to plank, I want you to identify right now the 4 segments of your spinal column. Sacrum, lumbar, thoracic, and cervical. And make sure that you understand that flow that is happening in the central nervous system, because there is fluidity. There is fluid in the cord. There is that fluidity at the center. That's what we need to irrigate. Now go back to downward dog. We're assessing right now how to irrigate the system. Come to plank one more time. Feel the plank. Stay alert. Sense then, remember the same action, forearms moving towards each other. That way you can separate the collarbones, moving the shoulder blades back towards your kidneys, and then go back to downward dog. So we're sensing right now how to work with the abstract and the practical, how to work with the receptive and the active, how to work with the cool and the hot, nurturing and survival, mental and somatic. White and red, those are the Ida and the Pingala. With an inhale, lift out the right leg up towards the ceiling. And with the exhale, bring the right foot forward, all the way between your hand. Good. Once you press the right foot down, use the inhale to lift up, arms up, torso up. And use the exhale to place your hands in the ground carefully. With an inhale, bring the right foot back in line with the right hand, and with an exhale, come forward and halfway down. Then with an inhale, come forward and up, open up the collarbone, so out external rotation of your arms, and go back to downward dog. With an inhale, lift up the left leg up towards the ceiling, and with an exhale, you plant the left foot next to the left hand. With an inhale, you lift up. The inhale helps you lift because it's expansion and extension. With an exhale, hands to the ground. Follow the inhale and move the left foot back. And with an exhale, go forward and halfway down. Then with an inhale, go forward and up, opening up the heart. It's a narrow rotation. And go back to downward dog. And let's do 2 more of those. Inhale, right leg up, left heel down. And with an exhale, bring the right foot forward and place it properly. Inhale, external rotation of your arms. And with an exhale, you place your hands on the ground carefully. Following the inhale, bring the right foot back in line with the right hand. Exhale forward and halfway down with your collarbones open. Inhale forward and up. Keep the collarbones open. And go back to downward dog. And we follow. Inhale, lift up the left leg up. Remember, it's flow. Exhale, left foot forward, plant it. Inhale, feel the fluidity in the shoulders, the rotation. And with an exhale, rotate and bring your hands to the ground. With an inhale, bring that left foot back in line with the left hand. And then forward, and then halfway down. Then forward and up, opening up the collarbones, and then go back to downward dog. Again, inhale, right leg up, and the left heel goes down. Remember, we're doing both of them. Exhale, right foot forward. Sensing the right foot. Following the inhale, you lift up, that's energy. The inhale is energy. With an exhale, hands to the ground. Exhale is energy. Inhale, bring the right foot back. And with an exhale, you go forward and halfway. Forward and up, and expand the chest. And go back to downward dog. Inhale, you lift up the left leg high up. And with an exhale, the left foot forward, looking for the practical. Inhale, swing your arms up, looking now for the abstract. Exhale, hands to the ground, be practical. Inhale, bring the left foot back, and with an exhale, forward and halfway down. With an inhale, forward and up, add a rotation of the arms, and go back to downward dog. So now we stay in downward dog. We started to create a little bit of flow because we're working with the nadis. We're working with the Ida and the Pingala. We're working with the male and the female. We're working in reality with consciousness and vital power. We're working with trying to be, receptive and active at the same time. We can do both. Yes, you have the ability to do both. So pay attention to the breathing, the inhales and the exhales. They are both giving you information. Now that we created a little bit of heat in the shoulders and in the hips, let's start to work a little bit deeper. Let's go now and take our level of understanding a little deeper. With an inhale, lift up the right leg up towards the ceiling. And with an exhale, bring the right foot forward all the way until your hand. Now, look at the left foot and prepare the left foot for warrior one. So it's a 45-degree angle. And I want you to bring right heel and left heel aligning. That's right. Then with an inhale, lift up to warrior one. So I'm bringing the heels together because in line because it's a little more challenging. And I want to challenge you. I want to get to the best of you. I want the best of you. Move your arms forward in front of the shoulders. Okay. And now bring the left elbow underneath the right elbow. Press your palms against each other as you flex your elbows and your fingers pointing up to the north. Now, I want you to feel again the balance between the abstract and the practical. So you're sensing, you're looking for that within you. You're not looking at the outside. You're looking at the inside. Look at the inside. Bend the right knee forward. So you feel that you're making an action with the right knee forward and you're feeling that energy in the right knee. You can feel the energy on the left leg as well. Now, can you feel the energy in your pelvis and can you balance your pelvis? Right hip joint, that's right. So Sisa is trying to balance the pelvis. She moved her attention to the pelvis and she's looking for the pelvis because in the legs you already have the stability. So now look for the stability in the pelvis and now lift up your elbows a little bit higher than your shoulders. Stay there. And now listen to the breath and pay attention then to that flow, that motion, the vibration of the breath going in and out. We're here for only one more. And with an exhale, release your hands. Inhale, swing your arms, flow in the shoulders. And exhale, hands to the ground. To the practical. Bring that right foot back, perhaps to the abstract, and then forward and halfway down. Collarbones open. Forward and up. Remember to open up the chest. And then go back to downward dog. Inhale, left leg up towards the ceiling. And with an exhale, you place with practicality that left foot. Look at the right foot and make sure that the right foot then is in a 45-degree angle. And bring in the right heel and the left heel aligning with one another because my intention is to make sure that you're balancing yourself. Pressing the ground with an inhale, lift up to warrior one. You bring that right heel to the ground and you feel the connection with the right heel. You feel the connection with the left heel. Remember, we're working with both sides. We're working with the Ida and the Pingala. We're trying to look for the oneness, for the one verse, for your universe, because there is no one like you. So you have your own universe. Now move your arms forward in front of the shoulders. And this time you're going to bring the right elbow underneath the left elbow. You stop the elbows, you flex them, and then you press your palms against each other. Your fingers are going to be pointing to the north. We want to sense the north. And then you keep your elbows shoulder level. But now, I want you to pay attention to the practicality of the ground. That's right. So since we started to look for the essence of stability and foundation, aligning the personal self with the infinite. Now bend the left knee forward until you feel that the left knee is aligning. Remember, if we're aligning the personal self with the infinite, we need to pay attention first how to align the knee with the ankle. Once you feel that that action is clear and that the right leg is engaged, that you feel clearly the movement on that right leg, feel the movement of the pelvis and start to work with the pelvis, balancing the pelvis. Then you're going to look for the verticality. You're looking for your verticality. Your elbows are a little bit higher than the shoulders. And now listen to the breath. Listen to the prana. Listen to the right flow of energy inside of you. So inhabit the inside. And now that you're on the inside, feel that. One more breath. And with an inhale, release your hands. Swing them up. Rotation of your arms, and with an exhale, hands to the ground, shoulder distance apart. With an inhale, bring the left foot back, and with an exhale, forward and down, opening up the heart. Inhale, forward and up, and rotation of your arms, and go back to downward dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. So stay there 1 second and start to identify that essence of stability. That essence of stability and foundation. How can you understand that right flow of energy? The Ida and the Pingala. Yes, those are the opposite, the Ha and the Ta. Hatha yoga is the balancing of the right and the left so that you can find your center. So take a moment to feel where the center is. Now, come to plank. We created a little bit of movement with the shoulders. Now bring your forearms in the ground and bring your elbows aligning with one another, and you're going to align elbows, wrists, and shoulders. So you want to pay attention to the right flow of energy. So you want to make sure that there is coherence in the joints. Now that you're there, keep the right hand solid. Rotate the outer edge of the right foot to the ground. Bring the left foot on top of the right foot. Good. And then with an inhale, lift up now the left arm up. And I want you to feel that the left hand is directly on top of that right elbow. Now keep your collarbones open. Beauty. And move the shoulder blades back. That's a beauty. Stay there. Feel the outer edge of the right foot in the ground and feel the right shin lifting up. Feel that right, that's right, that's a beauty. Feel that right leg lifting up, the IT band. One more. And slow forearm plank. And feel your forearm plank. And remember, you're using intelligence. So you're looking at yourself. You're using the intelligence of working with gravity. So keep now that left elbow in the ground, the left hand in the ground, outer edge of the left foot in the ground. Right foot, you place it with consciousness. You're looking at it. And then with an inhale, you lift up now the right hand. And you want to feel that plumb line. You feel right now the left hand, that's right, giving you information about stability and foundation. That left forearm giving you information about stability and foundation, about the practical and about the abstract, about the active and about the receptive, about the Pingala and the Ida. Now separate the shoulder blades and slow forearm down and lift up to downward dog. So we are warming up the shoulders. We're warming up the shoulders. We are opening up the shoulders. So that way you can express with your heart. Because we want to be able to open up the heart. We want to be able to be receptive in the heart, because love is the sweetness of the emotions. So we want to express that. With an inhale, lift up the right leg up towards the ceiling. And with an exhale, bring the right foot forward, all the way between hands. Prepare the left foot for warrior one. And following the inhale, lift up. Good. And then you feel the alignment. You feel the plumb line from the north to the south. And you become practical, but you're also looking for the abstract. So open up the arms to the sides. And I want you to move the right hand to the right side and move the left hand to the left side, and feel as if somebody is trying to separate your shoulder blades. Now maintain that action, so you're opening up the collarbones, opening up the shoulder blades, and with an inhale, we're going to lift up the left arm over your head, looking for the sense of verticality, because we're understanding clearly that irrigation system. Now slowly, we're going to flex now that right elbow. We're going to move the right hand high up in between the shoulder blades. We're going to try to move that right hand right in between the shoulder blades and the shoulder blades towards the hand. Then flex the left elbow and clasp the fingers. Then we look for the balance. The balance of the inhale, the balance of the exhale, the balance of the right and the left, the Ida and the Pingala, the balance between the abstract and the practical, the balance of the now, of the male and the female. Now, I want you to feel the balance between dropping that left shoulder blade down, so the left shoulder blade is going to move downward, and the right shoulder blade is going to move in towards that left shoulder blade. So the right shoulder blade is moving in the direction of the left shoulder blade, and the left shoulder blade is moving down away from the left ear. You keep your chin level, and you feel the crown of the head. You sense that verticality, that central vertical axis. Bend the right knee forward a little bit more, engage the left leg a little bit more, open up the left armpit, open up the right collarbone, and release your hands, swing your arms up, full rotation. Exhale, hands to the ground, shoulder distance apart, be practical. Inhale, bring the right foot back, and with an exhale, go forward and halfway down. Inhale, forward and up. Upward rotation, opening out the chest, and go back to downward dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, left leg up towards the ceiling, and with an exhale, practicality on that left foot. Prepare the right foot for warrior one. Remember the alignment of heels to heel, and then inhale, swing in your arms, full rotation. That's right. Then you feel and you stay practical. You play with it. You play with those concepts. We're playing with the right and the left. We're playing with the front and the back. We're playing with the inside and the outside. We're trying to align the personal self with the infinite self. Yes, you are infinite. So open up your arms to the sides. Good. Then again, we want to make sure that the shoulder blades are separating, because we want to open up the shoulder girdle. So the shoulder girdle, shoulder blades, collarbones, and the upper arm bones are going to move away from each other to create the space element. Once you feel that the action is clear, we're going to lift up the right arm over your head. The right hand is another rotation, so that the right hand is going to face the back. You're going to flex the left elbow, and then you're going to move the left hand high up in between the shoulder blades. So you feel where the shoulder blades are, your shoulder blades, right and left shoulder blade. Pay attention to them, so shift your attention to them and bring the shoulder blades towards each other. Once you feel that that action is clear and that left hand is palm away from the body, The right hand, you're gonna flex your right elbow, and the right hand facing the body, you're gonna clasp the fingers. Once you clasp the fingers, you want to feel that you want to separate your hands, but your fingers will not allow. You're gonna start to do actions within yourself to sense what's going on. Now, the other actions that I want you to do, other than first, you want to feel the stability, the essence of stability and foundation on your feet, because they are the ones that are giving you information about the ground, and you need to stay grounded because it's crazy out there. So I want you to open up the left collarbone. So the left collarbone is moving to the left. The left shoulder blade is moving towards the right shoulder blade. The right shoulder blade is moving downward. And you feel how we feel, the practical and the abstract, because it's crazy. Yes, it's May here in Vermont, and it's snowing. They have not seen that happening. 2 more rounds of breath. It's crazy. It's snowing in Vermont. And release your hands, swing your arms up. Exhale, hands to the ground, being practical. Inhale, bring that left foot back, and with an exhale, forward and halfway down. Inhale, forward and up, opening up the heart, and go back to down dog. Now, the bones that protect the heart, as far as I understand, are the shoulder blades. So when you want to cover your heart, you cave in. You use the shoulder blades as plates to protect the heart. But if you want to open up the heart, if you want to experience the sweetness of all the emotions, move the shoulder blades back, down, and use the bottom angle of the shoulder blades to open up the heart. That's an action that we're going to do in the next pose, all right? So pay attention to it. Inhale, right leg up towards the ceiling. Exhale, right foot forward all the way between the hand. Rotate the left foot to do then warrior one. And then lift up to warrior one. Now make sure that you feel clearly the essence of stability and foundation. Make sure that you are still maintaining that intention of aligning the personal self with the infinite. Now open up your arms to the sides. Then again, we're going to try to separate the shoulder blades and the collarbones. And we're going to try to do a pose that then helps open up the heart, because we want to experience love. And the heart is ready. So now we're going to bring your palms to face each other behind your back. Fingers pointing down towards your sacrum first. Now feel the essence of stability in the ground. Stay alert. Now we're going to rotate your forearms so that your fingertips are going to be pointing first towards your spine. And you feel that connection. Feel this essence of stability, and then continue the rotation, and you're going to bring the fingertips to point towards the back of your head. And we're going to try to bring your palms to press against each other. If that is too difficult, you can grab your elbows. With the right hand, you can grab your left elbow, and with the left hand, you grab your right elbow, because we're looking for the Ida and the Pingala. Feel the ground, stay alert, you're bending the knee. I know that there is fire in your legs, because we need that fire. But now, I want you to bring the fire in the area between the shoulder blades. So bring the shoulder blades towards each other, and use the bottom angle of the shoulder blades to press forward. So feel the bottom angle of the shoulder blades pressing against your back ribs, so that you can feel the opening up of the chest. You feel the sternum, the upper sternum, moving up, away from the lower sternum. The right collarbone to the right side, the left collarbone to the left side. Bend a little bit further forward. That's right, like a warrior with a prayer on your back. And release your hands, swing them up. Exhale, hands to the ground, shoulder distance apart, so be practical. Inhale, bring the right foot back. Forward and halfway down, chaturanga. Then forward now, angle rotation. Use the bottom angle of the shoulder blades to open up the heart and go back to downward dog. Remember that action. The bottom angle of the shoulder blades need to press up to open up the heart. Sense it. Be clear about what's going on in the shoulders because we are working on those guys. We are trying to create the flow so that there is that irrigation system can give us clear information about love or if it's just ego. So pay attention to it. Inhale, lift up the left leg up. With an exhale, which is energy, you bring the left foot forward. You plant it practically. You feel the right foot. You prepare the right foot for warrior one. And like a warrior, you lift up. Good. And you stay again there sensing how to be practical, how to be solid, how to feel that essence of stability and foundation. Feel it. Stay alert. Now open up your arms to the sides. You feel the separation of the shoulder blades. You feel the separation of the collarbones. You feel the separation of your arm. So you are creating that connection. You're telling your central nervous system, separate. Look for the space element. You're separating the shoulder blades. Then, slowly, you're going to bring your palms to face. Feel the right hand and the left hand pressing down. Feel the inhale and the exhale. The right and the left. The nostril. The Ida and the Pingala. The practical, yes, and the abstract. Feel the active and the receptive. Both at the same time. We can bring it about. Now slowly, let's start to rotate your forearms. So your fingertips are going to point towards your spinal column. You know what the spinal column is. You pay attention to it. And then fingertips towards your occipital, the back of your head. You feel that connection. Your palms pressing against each other because it's an Anjali mudra. Sending healings from a distance. Elbows pointing to the back and firing up the shoulder blades. I know that the fire, you're feeling the fire on your legs, but those are good. So feel that fire. Now bring the fire in between the shoulder blades and use the bottom angle of the shoulder blades to press forward so that your chest opens up, so that the bones that normally protect your heart are the ones that are going to help you open up the heart so that you can experience the best of life. The best of life, which is love. So you want to experience the best of life that is love. So you want to feel love because love is the sweetness of emotion. So bend that foot, knee forward, open the heart more, feel the love, and release your hands. Inhale, swing your arms up. Exhale, hands to the ground. Inhale, left foot back. And then forward and halfway down. Inhale, forward and up with an outward rotation, expressing with your heart. And go back to downward dog. So you go to downward dog and you feel in downward dog the essence of stability and foundation. And you're looking for that spinal cord so that you can feel the free flow of prana. It's going to come through the nostrils, the prana. Primarily, it's going to come through the Ida and the Pingala, the male and the female. So we're looking for the abstract and the practical. We're looking for the vital and, yes, and melancholy that sometimes we have. Yes, we have melancholy about the past, but it's gone. So let's come to the now. Feel the now. Stay alert. Sense the inhale, sense the exhale. But because we want to continue open the heart, with an inhale, lift up the right leg up towards the ceiling. With an exhale, bring the right foot forward, all the way between the hand. Prepare the left foot for warrior one. Inhale, lift out to warrior one. Steady. And we're going to do something that we normally don't do that much. Oh, and let's do it differently. Move your hands behind your back. Interlock the fingers. Shoulder blades forward, up, back, and down. Stay alert. That's right. Now open up the heart and use the bottom angle of the shoulder blades to open up the heart. So stay there. Feel how it feels. Stay alert. And now slowly with an inhale, straighten up the right leg. Pivot the right foot in. Pivot the left foot out. So bring both feet parallel to each other. Inhale, lead with your heart up. And with an exhale, forward and down. Prasarita Padottanasana. Yes. So feel your Prasarita Padottanasana. Now, I want you to bring your palms together and create a fist with your palms. So bring your palms together and create a fist. Then straighten your elbows. Now bring the shoulder blades towards each other and feel the essence of stability and foundation with the right foot and with the left foot. With the left leg and with the right leg. You need to know what's going on. Once you feel that there is stability, then let's move your arms forward and down. Now, pay attention to the vibrations. We are creating irrigation in the system. So can you go right now and feel where your sacrum is? And feel where your lumbar is. Can you feel the dialogue between the lumbar and the sacrum? Can you feel now the dialogue between your lumbar and your thoracic? Can you feel the shoulder blades closing into the thoracic? That's a nice one. Opening up the collarbones. Right collarbone to the right side, left collarbone to the left side. Now feel the relationship between your thoracic and your cervical. And now move your arms forward. Now listen to the breath. Listen to the inhales, listen to the exhales. Right nostril, left nostril. The alignment between the personal self and the infinite. 2 more rounds of breath. 1 more. Inhale halfway up. Exhale there. Inhale all the way up. Exhale. Heels, toes towards each other. Good. Release your hands and come to the front of your mat. Yes, we created heat. So we are using heat to clarify the toxicity, to get it out. With the exhale, we're going to get out of it, okay? So inhale, lift your arms over your head, rotation to the north, and exhale to the south. Inhale halfway up. Bend your knees, place your hands on the ground and do chaturanga now. Nice. Forward and up. Outer rotation of your arms and go back to downward dog. Stay in downward dog. Now bring the left foot forward, rotate the right foot and count to warrior 1. Remember, heel to heel. You're going to count to warrior 1. That's right. So you're facing difficulties with your heart open because you want to use magnetism to give you information. Not only electrical energy, we want to feel magnetic energy. So we want to open up the heart. Move your hands behind your back. Alternate the crossing of the fingers. So now the upper pinky is going to be in the front. You make sure that you switch them. Shoulder blades forward, up, back and down. Down, because remember, the bottom angle of the shoulder blades are going to press against the back ribs to expand the chest, to open it up, to create space. So sense it, be clear about it, open your heart. Now slowly, with an inhale, straighten up that left foot, pivot on the left heel, bring both feet parallel to each other. So you're paying attention to the opposites. Remember, you're paying attention to the Ida and the Pingala. You're paying attention to the Ta and the Ha. You're paying attention to the abstract and the practical, the receptive and the active. Then you're paying attention to the pluralistics and the perceptions of the one. Now with an inhale, lift your chest up. And with an exhale, flexing at the hip joints, you go forward and down with your heart open, no fear. Because there is nothing to fear but fear itself. Nothing to fear because you are divine. And right now the practice is aligning the personal self with the infinite. So be and look at it and feel and sense the infinite. Feel the ground. So feel how to be practical in the ground and feel your legs lifting up, empowering your legs. Now empower the muscles in between the shoulder blades. Bring your elbows totally straight and palms tied together, and we move your arms forward. Arms forward, legs up. That's right, beauty. So you feel what's happening in the now. The inhale and the exhale. Move, feel, and reflect. To reflect, you want to relax the portals. In other words, you want to relax your eyes, your mouth, your nostrils, your ears, so that way you can be reflective and neutral. In the face of difficulty, the yogis are telling us, be reflective and neutral. So bring breath steady. We're here for only 2 more rounds of breath. Feel the emotion in the heart. Open the heart. 1 more. Lift up the inner arches and inhale halfway up. Stay there and be neutral and reflective. And gently lift up. Release your hands. Heels, toes towards the front of your mat. Good. And we created heat. And what are we doing? Trying to find the balance between the ha and the ta. Trying to find the balance between the ida and the pingala. We're trying to find the balance between the female and male because the divine is beyond that. And you are divine within you. Palms together in front of your heart, Samasthiti. Inhale, swing your arms to the north. And can you feel the south? Exhale, forward bend. Can you feel the south? Can you lift up the pelvis to the north? Inhale, look forward. Can you move your torso forward, your pelvis to the back? Chaturanga Dandasana. Track the breath. Track your chaturanga. Forward and up. Outward rotation, opening up the heart. And go back to downward dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. So you stay in downward dog and you sense again the practice of bringing the ta and the ha together. The ta is the ida, the ha is the pingala. Yes, the pingala is more practical. The pingala is active. The pingala is vital. The pingala is hot. The pingala is more into survival. It's more somatic. It's red in color. The ta, the ida or ida, is abstract. It's receptive. It's melancholic. It's pluralistic. It's cool. Yes, like the moon. It's nurturing. It's mental. And it's white. Bring your knees to the ground. Good. And keep your knees hip distance apart. So you feel how to be practical. Point with your toes to the back and walk with the hands back and stand up on your shins. Now, if your knees are right now tender and they will give you information, then you can bring a padding or double fold your mat so you can have a double padding because you don't want any form of distraction if you're going to open up the heart. Are you following? Good. So now feel your feet. Thank you, Cesar, for rotating so that you can see how to open up the heart. Yes, and the pose is going to help you. Now feel the ground. So press the top of your feet down. Press your knees down and press the center of the shins down. Now pay attention to it. Now with an inhale, swing the right arm up towards the ceiling, high up. And with an exhale, rotate and bring the right hand to the right heel. Leaning slightly and the right heel is right there. Now with an inhale, swing the left arm up and stay there. So feel the left arm opening up. Feel the left shoulder blade moving down. Feel the right shoulder blade moving down. Now we're doing a little bit of a back bend. Right? So it's an inward rotation of your thighs to counteract the power of your gluteus maximus. And slowly lift up and release until let's go to child's pose. Good. But I want you to do again that praying child. So bring your palms together. Good. Over your head. And we go back to the praying child, because the child wants to be open. The child wants to play, wants to be heard. The child within you wants to know that you are relevant. Move your hands alongside the knees. Press the ground. Lift up again. Standing up on your shins. Pressing the right shin down. Pressing the left shin down, so that all the weight does not go to the knees. And then with an inhale, we're going to swing now the left arm up. You feel the same action. We did it before. But now with an exhale, you're going to rotate that left shoulder and you're going to move the left hand to the left heel. You stay there. You stay clear about it. Now with an inhale, lift up the right hand up to the north and you stay there. You sense the inhale, you sense the exhale, you sense the energy of the right and the energy of the left connecting. So we want to make sure that we can connect the practical and the abstract within you. The male and the female within you. So feel that now that right armpit and open up the right armpit. Feel the shoulder blades, the bottom angle of the shoulder blades pressing against the back rib to open up the chest. And you know that you can get to the heart through the armpits. So feel that action. Listen to the inhales, listen to the exhales, gather information. One more, opening up the armpit and gently lift up. And let's go to child's pose again, to the praying child. So bring your palms together. Press your palms against each other and feel the action as you press your palms against each other, how the shoulder blades can separate. So you feel your hands pressing against each other and the shoulder blade separating. Stay alert, clear about it, because we have just one more. All right? Now, move your hands alongside your knees, press the ground, lift up, stand up on the shins. Maintaining that coherence between the joints. So articular coherence, ankles, knees, shoulders. Now, slowly, bring your palms together in front of your heart, Anjali Mudra. With an inhale, lift your hands over your head, palms together. Opening up the armpits. Now, I want you to create stability in the ground and an inward rotation of your thighs. And now, let's do a little bit of a back bend. So you're going to move the pelvis forward and you're going to try to open up the heart. Looking at your hands behind, you're doing a back bend. You're sensing the inhales, you're sensing the exhales, you're gathering information. You're lifting up the torso away from the pelvis. You feel the ground. You stay alert. You feel how it feels and you try to go deeper. Deeper where you have never been before. Sense it. Open the heart. We're here for only 2 more rounds of breath. Sense it. One more. And palms together to your heart. And let's go to child's pose. Good. A praying child. A praying child. So sense it. Be clear about it. Because we're looking for the right flow of energy. The right flow of energy within us first. So then we can affect the outside. Because it's about magnetism. You will attract what you are. So pay attention to that right flow of energy within you, especially right now in that praying child's pose. Sense it, be clear about it. And now slowly move your hands alongside your knees, press the ground, lift up the torso, rock yourself forward and come to downward dog. Downward dog, because we're trying to understand what is that prime objective of yoga, which is a state of conscious union with the divine. So you make it happen. It's up to you. Life begins from within you. So pay attention. We want to help each other to get to the best of us. Inhale, counter plank. And with an exhale, all the way down to earth. And now flip your body over. So now we're gonna do shoulder stand, because now we want the Divine Mother to protect us, because we open up our heart. We created actions to open up the shoulders, to open up the heart. So I will go right now, since the moon is still around. Yes, the night maker still around. We want to open up the heart. We want to go to the female. So if you are not going in an inversion, then you can bring your legs like Sisa. She's going to bring her legs on top of a chair, on top of a sofa, on top of a couch, and you're going to lean on your back. Otherwise, you're going to lay on your back, you're going to bend the knees, you're going to press your hands down, and you're going to lift up the knees towards your chest. You're going to interlock the fingers, pressing your elbows, walking the shoulder blades towards each other, and then lifting up the legs. If you want, you can hold on onto your hands and your arms so that you can feel the lifting, or you can bring your hands to support your back so you can lift up even higher. So you want to feel what you're doing right now in your shoulder stand, and you want to look for then again the same, the essence of stability and foundation. So you're bringing the shoulder blades towards each other to open up the heart. You are right now activating a bandha, Jalandhara bandha. Your throat is being contracted so that we can irrigate the system. We can irrigate the system. You're just paying attention to this experience that you're having right now as you're opening up your heart. And remember, don't let fear to come. There's nothing to fear. Go to your heart. Go to the magnetism of the heart. Sense. The heart likes to enlarge when it wants to attract. Yeah, the heart, when it clasps, when you get the attracted, the heart clasps and it holds it. So the heart can enlarges to attract, clasp, to hold the attracted, and then it contracts to expel, to let go. So is there something that you have to let go in your heart? Or perhaps, what would you like? What is the heart ready for? Open it up, feel it in the pose. Stay alert, gather information about it. Only form of rounds of breath there. Sensing, trying to maintain that right flow of energy inside of you. Aligning the personal self with the infinite self. The emotional and the mental together. The relationship between effort and grace. And whenever you're ready, start to come down from shoulder stand and go to halasana. So legs over your head. Just so that you can concave, you can go back to your heart. You feel the plow pose, you feel that connection to the heart. And now slowly release and come all the way down, flat on your back. You're coming flat on your back again, on your pose, just flat in the ground. Good. Take a moment there to feel. But now I want you to open up your heart by opening up with rainbow. So prepare your hands and prepare your feet. Get hands shoulder distance apart, feet hip distance apart, fingers pointing towards your shoulder blades. Take a deep inhale, and with an exhale, lift all the way up. You're going to lift all the way up. Good. And you're going to try now to straighten up the knees. You're going to try to straighten up the knees, but I want you to do the same action. Forearms towards each other and separate the shoulder blades. That's right. So forearms towards each other, separating the shoulder blades. Now straighten up the knees, straighten the knees. That's right, beauty. Feel that action. Feel the action. One more. Forearms towards each other, beauty. Open up the armpits, relax your head, and gently tuck in the chin and land directly to the shoulder blades. Good. Separate your feet a little bit wider than your hips, and allow now both knees to fall to the right. So an easy twist to the right. And lift up. Now an easy twist to the left. And lift up. Bring the knees and your forehead to touch. Cuddle, tight together. One nest. That's what we're looking for. Hatha. And let go. Shavasana. You flex your feet. You move your heels far forward away from your body. And allow then your feet to splay to the outside. You're gonna keep your arms alongside your body, palms facing up, making sure that now the shoulder blades are resting. So press the shoulder blades downward and keep your arms receptive, because now we're looking at that balance. The system right now is making the final distribution, that final irrigation of the system. It's an energetic irrigation. The nadis are flowing. Those little channels, those little rivers that we have inside of us, we're 72% composed of water. So they are little rivers that they irrigate the entire system. So they can now balance perfectly the abstract with the practical. Yes, the receptive with the active, the melancholic with the vital, the pluralistic with the receptions, the perception, cool and the hot, nurturing and survival. So feel introspection, but also creative. Can you feel and identify right now the gap between the breath? When the breath stops, thinking is not possible, according to some yogis. So let go. Just watch the breath. Life inside life. Dissolving. Looking for the best within you, the right flow of energy inside. Irrigation of the system. Let the flow happen. Let yourself become one. There's no one like you. You are unique. You are one of a kind. So unleash your kindness. That's all inside of you. If you are one of a kind, be kind. Be who you are. And now slowly move your attention to your hands and to your feet and start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Now bring the knees to your chest one at a time and lift up the right arm over your head out of the way. You roll your entire body to the right side, and with your head heavy and relaxed, come up to a seated position through the right side. You can cross your legs, you can come to Virasana, but relax your hands on top of your knees, on top of your thighs, on your lap. Keep your chin level, receptive. That's right, looking for that right flow of energy on the inside. So feel that plumb line. The plumb line so that you don't have bias, lack of bias. Bring your palms together in front of your heart, symbolizing oneness, and bow towards the wisdom of the innermost. Thank you for coming to class. Share the class with your friends. 24 hours.